Live from the British Colonial Hilton Hotel, Dare to be Great, with Master Motivator, Spence Finlayson.
Give yourselves another round of applause for being here tonight. Oh, man. We have a great show lined up tonight. We have, kicking the show off, is going to be Minister Dwight Armbrister from the Big Z&S. And then we're going to go to the lovely, vivacious Gaynell Roll Stubbs, Miss Bahamas organization. And closing us out tonight is going to be Brother Kalfani, all the way from Senegal. Oh yes, Ashanti Oils, all the way from Senegal. But what I want to talk to you tonight about is called the art of leadership. And I'm going to share with you very quickly some characteristics of effective leaders, all right? Leadership is something that everybody's talking about today. As a matter of fact, there's a Spanish proverb that says, an army of sheep led by a lion would defeat an army of lions led by a sheep. Oh, think about that for me. An army of sheep led by a lion would defeat an army of lions led by a sheep. John Maxwell said that everything rises and falls with leadership. Everything rises and falls on leadership. I'm going to share a few points with you right now while we go through this session. The first point I want to share with you is that leaders emerge due to behavior and not job titles. And that's right. Leaders emerge due to behavior and not job titles. A lot of people have job titles and they're really not leaders. You've seen that in some organizations. People have the name, but they don't possess the ability, the talents to perform. Have you ever noticed that the strongest leaders are often not the people with the highest job levels? I'm sure you've seen that, and that's right. This is because effective leadership is based in behavior, not a job title. I'm going to just bring it out front here. A leader is someone who motivates, guides, encourages, and serves, no matter what job title he or she holds. If you want to become a more effective leader, you have to master these critical behaviors. Give yourself some love. Leaders focus on service to others. That's another great characteristic or quality of a great leader. They focus on service to others. And there's something known as servant leadership, which I'm sure Brother Minister Dwight will talk about later on during our interview session. Good leaders focus on serving the needs of others, particularly the people on their team. They identify and meet the needs of their team members because they know that when each member of the team has what he or she needs to succeed, success is much more likely to occur. And that's the truth. Once they have what they need, success is more likely to occur. Now, I'll go to the other point right now, the other characteristic of a great leader. Leaders are accountable. Man, and that's the truth. Leaders are accountable. Great leaders are accountable. Think about it, this country, think about the United States, think about wherever. Great leaders are accountable. You will never hear an effective leader blaming anyone or anything when something goes wrong. Man, come on, say something, that's right. You will never. But a lot of us today in leadership roles, we play the blame game. When things go wrong, we point the fingers at everybody else. When things go right, we take the credit. That's right. Yeah. Oh, man. Instead, effective leaders are accountable for events and results. They stand up and take responsibility for problems and issues, and then they set about correcting them. The best leaders know that when they are accountable, their whole team benefits from increased trust and respect. And that's right. I'll give yourself some love. Yes, great leaders. The other characteristic is that leaders go beyond what is required. Leaders go beyond what is required of them. Do you know anyone who regularly goes beyond the minimum requirements of whatever it is that they're doing? Yes. Yes, good. Give us some love. Yes. All right. Going beyond what is required is more than just doing nice things for others. It is all about looking for opportunities to foster the development of others, whether it means spending extra time with a poorly performing employee or counseling an employee who is not fully supporting other team members. Oh, man, it goes beyond leadership. This is powerful stuff, powerful stuff. Another characteristic is that leaders build trust. Oh, my. Leaders build trust. Yes, leaders build trust. A good leader, yes, thank you, yes. A good leader builds trust both with others and among others. Confidential conversations stay confidential. And teamwork is fostered throughout all activities. Do you realize today, sadly, there's nothing confidential in this country? Oh, you can find out anything that you want to find out. And what people generally say is, look here, what people generally say is, I can tell you this, but don't tell nobody. Huh? And the same person just carry that and it goes straight on like that. I can tell you this, but don't tell anybody. There's a problem in this country with confidentiality, a big problem. I have 2 more points, and I'm going to move on. Leaders have integrity. Isn't that true? Leaders have integrity, man. Come on. And the last one simply is, leaders are excellent communicators. Think of Barack Obama. Great communicator, isn't that right? As a matter of fact, the former president, Ronald Reagan, was called the great communicator. Leaders are great communicators. Now, the flip side of that is that all great communicators are not necessarily great leaders. We know about some people who can communicate well, talk very well. But when it comes to leading, that's where they fall down. There's a major difference, is that right? Yeah, so I want you to focus on these attributes that I just mentioned, the characteristics of great leaders. We will talk more about that in the program as we go to the interview session. But give yourself another round of applause for being here tonight. God bless you as you live your best life now. Yes, do something yourself.
You are watching Dare to Be Great.
This is the most magnificent life has ever been. Here is heaven and earth and the brilliant sky in between. Blessed is this life, and I'm gonna celebrate being alive. Blessed is this life, and I'm gonna celebrate being alive.
At Virgo Car Rental, there's only one number to remember, $49.99. Choose from compact or mid-sized cars, and they're all just $49.99. And passenger vans that are $69.99. Also, with daily, weekly, and monthly rates available, you can enjoy even more savings. Visit us at any one of our convenient locations or enjoy our courtesy shuttle pickup and drop-off service to all hotels and airports. Virgo Car Rental. It's where you drive the best for less.
Good evening. My guest this evening is Minister Dwight Armbrister from Z&S. Give him some love. Welcome to the program. Good to have you. Good to have you, Dwight. Yes. Yes. Dwight, you know, you've been involved in so many different things. Who is Dwight Armbrister? Tell us tonight, who is Dwight Armbrister?
Good question. Well, little old island boy from Little Creek, South Andros.
The Big Yard.
The Big Yard.
Yes.
Portion of me is from Exuma. Little pieces from Cat Island, the Armbristers and the Exumas, the Fergusons, the Adleys, and of course I grew up in South Andros.
Yes.
So a little old crab catcher, a little farmer, a little singer, a little this and that.
Yes.
That's who I am.
Very modest. Give him some love. Very modest. You've worked in a number of different industries for a number of different companies. Can you tell us tonight if your present job is the one that you enjoy the most?
Good question, Spence.
Most rewarding.
It's interesting, too, that you asked that question because I find myself now in radio and in television, but really I'm an accountant.
Right, yes.
And my passion really is accounting. And I find myself in radio. How I got there, I really don't know. But I think it's driven by a passion. I believe it's divine favor.
Yes.
And I believe also when people find and see something in you that helps bring something to the table for the organization that you work for, then they ask you to go in that area.
Yes.
And sometimes you wonder, well, why make the change when I'm in this profession?
Right.
And then you find yourself in another area that you have not really trained for or been to school for, anything of the sort. But I believe when God has you destined for a particular thing,
yes, sir,
in a particular season, you may try to delay it. But
yes. Give that man some more love. Now, you mentioned earlier that you were born and raised in Andros. Having been born and raised in Andros with a lot of churches, and a lot of religion, how has your faith and belief helped you in your present-day career?
Listen, in these crisis times that we're now living in. You just cannot put your faith in people, in things, in cars, in houses,
disappoint you, right?
in homes.
Yes.
They will disappoint
They
you.
will let you down.
But when you find that inner strength, when you can find the faith that tells you get up in the morning time and try this and try that, that has to be a divine thing, I would think.
Yes, sir.
And that's what I act upon when I find myself in a crisis position. I've got to go to the rock or to the hills.
Yes, sir. Yes,
I've
sir.
got to go on my
yes,
knees.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and so
Yes, sir.
I go to that inner strength.
Yes, sir. Yes,
that
sir.
tells me now is the time to move. Now is the time to act. Now is the time to get things started.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Oh, man, give him some more love. Now, it's truly a joy to listen to you in the morning on that radio station. You bring so much passion and energy and excitement to what you do. My question to you tonight, Minister Dwight, is how do you do it day in and day out? How do you do it?
Purpose. When there is a purpose for you to do something, when you realize that you have a whole country that probably listens to you, and people who are disenfranchised, people who are hurting, people who are oppressed, who are hurting, who are just ready to commit suicide. You just can't lay in a bed 5 a.m. in the morning knowing that you got to be on radio at 6 a.m.
Right, yes,
you got to
sir.
get up, find the inner strength, find the energy, and then when you're driven by passion and by purpose, you know you have to help somebody, you got to do it.
Yes,
You
sir.
gotta
Yes,
do
sir.
it.
Yes, give him some love. Give him some love. Oh, man. And one of the big hits that Minister Dwight always had was called "I'm a Soldier in the Army of
In the
the
Army
Lord,"
of
and
the
he
Lord.
was just singing that. Thank you for taking time out to be with
My
us.
pleasure.
Mr.
My
Skipper.
pleasure. My
Minister
pleasure.
Dwight
My pleasure.
from the Big Ten and Nets. Power in the morning.
Yeah.
This is the most magnificent life has ever been. Here is heaven and earth and the brilliant sky in between. Blessed is this life, and I'm gonna celebrate being alive. Blessed is this life, and I'm gonna celebrate being alive.
At Virgo Car Rental, there's only one number to remember, $49.99. Choose from compact or mid-sized cars, and they're all just $49.99. And passenger vans that are $69.99. Also, with daily, weekly, and monthly rates available, you can enjoy even more savings. Visit us at any one of our convenient locations or enjoy our courtesy shuttle pickup and drop-off service to all hotels and airports. Virgo Car Rental. It's where you drive the best for less.
Welcome back to Dare to Be Great. My guest in this segment is Ms. Gaynell Rose Stubbs of the Miss Bahamas organization and many other ventures. Give us some love as she goes. Welcome. Now, you're a woman of many talents. You attended Miami-Dade Community College,
Yes.
Florida Memorial, and Nova University. How did this educational training prepare you for your present multifaceted career?
Wow. In an educational setting, I think how it prepared me is it gave me some basic foundations for the workplace, but more importantly, I think what I found was that people become products of their environment.
Very true.
And within an educational setting, you get to meet people of diverse culture and backgrounds. And it has helped me tremendously. I have a love for human resource management.
Yes.
And there I was able to put into practice, in a practical way, experience, how I can best deal and handle people, and even for my politics.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. Give us some love. Now, there is a popular saying that if you want something done, give it to a busy person. And you are truly a busy person, Ms. Stubbs.
so.
You're involved and you're active in politics. You're very active in your church, Mount Tabor.
right.
You're active in your community and you're active in your various businesses. How do you manage it all?
I plan,
Okay.
prioritize, and never fail to delegate. But most of all, I have a love for what I do. I find that once you find a love with whatever it is that you execute, it becomes more of a talent or a hobby, and you don't find it so much as work or a task.
Right.
And I feel if we engage ourselves into more things that we enjoy doing, then it becomes like second nature.
Oh, give us some love, please. Give us some love. Wonderful. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Even in our careers, even
Yes.
in our various